Hey guys, my name's Nate, I'm the Outdoorsman, and I want to show you why you should always test camp stoves like this outside and never, ever test them inside. Let me show you this. Let's get going.
So the footage you're watching is intended or was intended for B-roll for an upcoming video that I'm planning, but it shows a good lesson. Out of the box, sometimes camp stoves aren't always put together properly, or there's something could be wrong with them, which, as you will see, can cause things to go wrong. But this stove is definitely proof of that. My buddy Roland brought along his new Whitefield stove for the video that I was planning, and this was his first time using this particular stove. We had both used these types before, the white fuel in the past, and for me, it had been a while. After assembly, we tried to get it lit and found it was hard to light, which should have been a first omen. It could have been the cold. It was 15 degrees Fahrenheit out. There could have been too much fuel in the canister, but the fuel kept leaking out and it was not lighting until we really heated it up. Then we got the stove lit and the fuel caught on fire, and then the stove caught on fire. This is where I remembered a story that I was told by an old scoutmaster, and I remembered sitting down at camp and him telling us a story about the time he tested a stove in his basement, and when he lit it, the flames reached 6 feet high. And then he used that as a teaching lesson to tell us you shouldn't test your camp stoves inside, because if your stoves catch fire, you could potentially put your house at risk. So I use that as a lesson, and with this I try and tell people, you could shoot your eye out, kid. Wait, no, that's not it. I mean, you could burn down your house, kid. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, so we kept on with the stove. Roland kept pumping at the bottle to try and increase pressure because we weren't sure what was wrong with the stove. We were trying to see if there wasn't enough pressure. And so he kept pumping at to see if there was enough pressure. And it took a while, but eventually the fireball, that was the nickname I gave the stove. Eventually, out of the chaos, we did get a non-luminous flame, which is what that flame is. That is blue. You don't want there to be yellow. But a majority of the time, we only ever got it if the pipe and the bottle were at a specific angle. We found out afterwards that it could have been because of a part that was loose, a small part at the bottom. But this definitely helped reassure that lesson that I learned as a kid. I figured I really want to share this with everyone out there. Do not test your camp stoves inside. Go outside, do it in your backyard, do it at a campground, do it somewhere where if it bursts into flames, you will not lose everything. You will not start a house fire. That is the biggest takeaway that I can give. Anyways, once you figure out how to use a stove, these are very powerful stoves, especially the white gas ones, and they're very useful. But anyways, my name's Nate, and I'm the Outdoorsman. You have a good day, and remember, get out in the woods and have some fun, but be safe. See you, everyone.